Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So Canelo gets caught cheating. I appreciate y'all reaching out to me on Instagram. Um, one of my media members sent it to me today around 12 o'clock, and it's pretty crazy. Now the question is how long he's been cheating. Now that bullshit answer about contaminated meat. Well, when you know better, you do better. When you got better, you try and do the best, right? And what I mean by that is, um, how the hell is Canelo eating contaminated meat when he got armored guards following him everywhere he go in Mexico? Oh man, oh man. In the words of my friend that found out that nigga been cheating. Mexicans don't look like that. Oh man. Oh man. So I mean that excuse is unacceptable. Now I want to hear. See, here's the great thing. What are the sanctioning bodies gonna say and do? Um, will they allow the fight to go on? Well, I mean, you got to take into account Luis Ortiz um, got his fight 3 months down the line, and this fight is 5 to 10 times financially bigger than the Luis Ortiz Deontay Wilder fight. So, but it's just amazing how nothing good comes when you're terrible. And I'm not talking about Canelo. I'm just talking about Canelo is just a branch of the tree. You understand? Although Canelo did it to himself. I'm just saying nothing good comes from Golden Boy, man. Nothing good, man. I mean, let this be a microcosm of life. When you losing in life, you gonna lose, man. You gonna win some. But when you robbing and stealing and killing and if they lose Canelo, if they lose this May 5th date, I highly doubt it. 0% of me believes April, May, 2 months out. Literally today makes 2 months out, 2 months out. So it's just no way they'll lose that May 5th date. But what they are gonna do is, um, if I'm Triple G, I go renegotiate the deal. Hold up, you have every right to pull out. You have every right to pull out, and that will upset the apple cart hugely because you can go fight BJ Saunders, and that leaves Canelo. Like realistically, that leaves Canelo and Golden Boy scrambling if they can't cash that check May 6th after the May 5th fight. Because they are responsible for everything. They are the lead promotion company. So if Triple G comes out and says, I don't think I'm gonna do this, I think I'm just gonna sit back and hold and wait, and um, that leaves Golden Boy in a conundrum. And but moreover than this is just asinine. How long has Canelo been cheating? I don't believe the contaminated meat. That's the acceptable excuse that they allow Mexican fighters to use when they're training in Mexico. But the truth of the matter is, he got caught. He got busted. He got popped. And I'm not familiar with no types of steroids. Y'all got to go to 78's. Go to 78's page if you guys, because he always, not always, but he definitely has more experience than me uh, about steroids and the understanding of what they do and how they do and when should you take it. And but Oscar, poor Oscar, little old Oscar, right? The Golden Boy. He can do no wrong. Gets 2 DUIs. Oh man, this is. If I'm Triple G, I renegotiate the deal. If I'm Triple G, I renegotiate the deal. Instantly, 2 months out, that leaves them in a conundrum. They already probably put two or three, $400,000 in the PR bill. Oh, I definitely re up. You got to know your power. You got to know your worth. That's why I'll save that for another video. But one of the great things about knowing yourself and living within yourself and being true to yourself is knowing your worth. Now, we're never going to know if they renegotiate the deal, because obviously I would put in a clause that it not be made public. But how long has Canelo been cheating? He just got popped. So and if I'm Canelo, I I have no doubt Canelo has a chef. He travels so much. He travels so much. I would assume if he's in camp now, 60 days out, he's probably in pre-camp. He's probably in fat boy camp right now. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just being real with you. You know, when you got your fight date, before you start hitting the gym, you try and lose 5 to 10 pounds. You know what I mean? So he's probably in fat boy cuts where he's too much out. So he's probably not even hitting the bag right now. He's probably just running and just moving his body around. So he's probably doing some type of agility and endurance training, maybe some running and some plyometrics and stuff like that before he actually starts getting in getting in the boxing gym. So he should be getting in the boxing gym. He got 10 weeks. About next week, 8 weeks is typically the cutoff where the fighters get into camp mode and they go to Big Bear and they go to wherever they need to go, Vegas, wherever they go. So, but it's insane. And you know how they gonna justify it? You know how Canelo fans gonna justify this? I'm just gonna eliminate the excuses now. Well, Floyd had an IV drip. uh, it was the meat. Maybe he was out partying one night and no. Listen, I don't. No, he cheated. He's a cheater, and we need to treat him as a cheater. Now, here's the catch. Now, here's the catch. We have and here's the beauty of this whole thing, right? You're gonna really find out what media is really real. This is the ultimate, the ultimate, the ultimate. Will they post this stuff? Because it's a big fight. Everyone wants to go to Canelo Triple G, right? This is who is willing to go out on a limb and report this stuff and be critical and don't just take what Golden Boy dishes out. We're gonna see. This is going to make it true. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. I have developing thoughts on this, so I may come back and do another video, but it's just flat out disgusting. Canelo is a flat out cheater, and he needs to be held accountable. The sanctioning bodies will do nothing about this, but in the court of public opinion, we need to hold him accountable. And he's gonna hide though. He's gonna hide. You won't see him in the media this week, next week, for sure. It may be a written statement. Um, and watch ESPN. Watch what they do with this story. Watch what Dan Raphael and ESPN First Take do with this story, and so on and so forth. Watch. They're gonna tell him, well, it can happen. It's happened to a lot of Mexican fighters, so I can hear Max Kellerman now protecting him. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.